and all other forms of Godhead, beginning from Baladeva, Sankarshana, Vasudha. So this is a beautiful purport where Prabhupada is telling that Swayam Rupa, the original Supreme Lord. So this is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam in first canto also, that Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. So there is one Ekala Ishvara, Krishna. Arasabha Bhritya. There is only one Ishvara and he is Krishna. Other than him, whoever you see, everybody else is servant. There is one single personality who is supreme enjoyer. Every other single person, whichever, even Krishna's expansion, if you see, Arasabha Bhritya, everybody else is only servant. Which level onwards, which is the topmost level of expansion? The first expansion of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Baladeva. Lord Baladeva is the first expansion. He is the fountainhead of every other Narayana incarnation. Narayana expansion, sorry, not incarnation. All the Narayanas came out of Baladeva. Of course, Baladeva is the source. And of course, Krishna is the source of Baladeva. So the first expansion is Baladeva, and then Baladeva expands himself into Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Aniruddha, and Pradyamna. And then Sankarshana further expands again into Chaturvyuga, second Chaturvyuga expansion in this way. The detail is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. How the initial original Supreme Personality of Godhead expanded. So he has two different tattvas. He naturally is an Ishvara. So Ishvara means the controller. So he's expanding as various incarnations and expansion as Purushas or controllers or Ishwaras. At the same time, the same Supreme Personality of Godhead is having Shakti. The Shakti is the potency of the Supreme Lord. And the potency, the Shakti tattvas, which are coming out of the Krishna, as Krishna is the energetic, and energy comes out of him. So this energy which comes out of Krishna is also personalities. And so the Ishvara himself expands himself with a kind of a Ishvara Bhava. But there is a seva feeling also is there in each of the pieces also. So they are all incarnations and expansions. Whereas Krishna's internal potency, external potency, and marginal potency are the Shaktis of the Supreme Lord, who is Shaktiman, the one who possesses the Shakti. So this is completely devotional. They are naturally, the Shaktis don't have Ishvara Baba. They may have a very little, that is to increase the rasa of Krishna. So there is only one person who is Supreme Ishvara, who is Krishna, Supreme Enjoyer. Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloha Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Yatwamam Shanti Mruchati. One information, if you come to know, you will attain Shanti, you will attain peace, Ananda, everything you will attain. One information, you have three things, not one. In Bhagavad Gita, it's one sloka, but actually three things you need to understand. Krishna is the Supreme Nature. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, all Yajna, all Tapasa, everything Bhoktaram. He is the Bhoga, he's the Bhokta, he is the enjoyer. So this one information, you know, Krishna is Supreme Enjoyer. Okay, this is first statement which you need to know. Second is Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, all the Yajnas, all the Tapasyas. You may be in any religion, you may be any kind of transcendentalist, you may be a yogi, you may be a jnani, you may be any religion, but all the worship is reaching that one personality. Only one personality, Krishna. So, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. Sarva Loka is the Maheshwara. There is one Ishvara. Why it is the Sarva Loka is very special. There is Bhaudika Loka and there is Anmika Loka. Both material world and spiritual world. For both the worlds, he is the Ishvara. He is the Lord. So, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam means Supreme Enjoyer is Krishna. Sarvaloha Maheshwaram. He is the Ishvara. Ishvara, Paramakrishna, Satsidananda Vigraha is the Supreme Ishvara of all the Ishvaras. So that particular topmost Ishvara, Supreme Enjoyer. Supreme Enjoyer, Supreme Proprietor. Supreme Proprietor means everything belongs to him. Material world also belongs to him. Spiritual world also. Anything and everything you see belongs to him, including you. All of us belong to him. We are his property. He has every right to enjoy us. He has every right to interact with us. So, Bhoktaram, Yajnatapasam, Sarvaloha Maheshwaram, Suhurdam, Sarvabhutanam. He is the friend of all living entities. Sarvabhutas. What kind of friend? Suhurda. Very, very dear. Very loving. Well-wishing friend. Suhurd. Well-wishing friend. Suhurdam, Sarvabhutanam. So, in this three information, you need to know Krishna is supreme enjoyer, he is the supreme proprietor, and he is the friend of all living entities. He doesn't have enemy, he doesn't have opposing power, nothing. So the friend also, he's in a loving attitude, he's dealing. So there is no discrimination for him. He is an Ashura, he is a Deva, nothing, no, Supreme Lord. So these three qualities are complete. That is original Supreme Personality of God. Jnatvamam Shanti Mruchati. A person who gets this knowledge, even simply by getting knowledge, one will attain Shanti. Why somebody has to meditate on impersonal Brahman and for many, many years read so many thousands of books just to get peace? There are many people say, no, I want peace. In so far you search for peace, your peace will become peace. In so far you search for Krishna, all your broken pieces will join together and you will become complete. So this is the peace formula. Simply by accepting Krishna as the supreme enjoyer, supreme proprietor, and the friend of all our peacelessness is gone. All our frustrations are gone. Simply getting to know Krishna gives this much. Then what to speak of serving him? It's on a very top level. So, in this way, the Supreme Lord is Krishna. And Sri Baladeva, Sankarsana, first expansion and further expansions, and all the Vaikuntha planets are all subordinate to Krishna, and even Narayana forms are all the servants of Krishna. They want to serve Krishna, and Krishna is engaging them in the service by making them the Lord, making him, of course, it's an expansion of Krishna, non-different from Krishna, but still, they are serving Krishna by accepting to manage Vaikuntha Lokas. For those souls who are not completely surrendered. But the Golok completely not surrendered means those souls who have not completely developed to their original constitution. So original constitution we may develop in percentages. So, but one who wants to go back home back to Godhead but doesn't have much interest or attachment to the Lord, but at the same time has worshipped him, has to be given some entrance. So that is called liberation. There are various types of liberations. So that is given. So here, even all these avatars, everybody is actually servants of Krishna only. Are all Lord's plenary portions and integrated parts only. So this is mentioned in Bhagavatam. Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Logam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. That is, Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. So here, Swayam Rupa, Krishna is mentioned, Swayam Rupa. The word Swayam is used only for Krishna. So Krishna is the Swayam personality of Godhead. So, Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsa, Krishna's the Kala. So, how is this example given? Very, very beautiful example given in Bhagavatam. Quickly we can understand. We are very conditioned. So, real world, some example is given. We can quickly catch. We are very fortunate to be in Lord Chaitanya's movement. The topmost tattvas and philosophies are told by simple examples, and we understand by the mercy of Guru. We are understanding this. So, the example given is Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsa. For example, if you take a moon, okay, there's a full moon, right? Purnima. So, on the full moon, very nice moon is there. And then the moon Kala, every day it reduces, and you can see a thin line. A thin line only will be there on one day, and then the thin line will increase, and then it will become a full moon. Same way, Krishna Chandraha is the full moon. And all other expansions are a Kala Pumsa, lot of Kala Krishna is having. So here, Lord Krishna's plenary portions, therefore, beginning from Sri Baladeva, thousands of manifestations. Sri Baladeva, Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Narayana. Of course, Narayana, then many other Vaikunthas in which Keshava, Madhava, Sridhara, Rishikesa, Padmanabha, Damodara, Janardana, so many, and also the incarnations like Varaha, Vamana, Narsimha, Rama, unlimited avatars, Purusha avatars, of course. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Guna avatars. You have Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, who has been empowered by the Lord. Vishnu is directly the expansion avatar of Krishna for Guna, Tamoguna, Rajaguna, Tatoguna, in material world, in spiritual world, in everywhere, whatever avatars you see, everybody is plenary parts and portions of the integrated Supreme Lord. So that integrated Purna Chandra is Krishna. Okay, so how do you say that? How do we feel this? Because we naturally have attraction to Vishnu Murtis. They are charming. Why not? The same Supreme Lord is only showing the kala. So that certainly attraction will be there, because Krishna's name itself, Akarshana iti Krishna. Akarshana means pulling, can say like real attracting anything and everything. Akarshana iti Krishna. Simply attractive, all attractive. Nobody has attractive him. So even a small bit of him is so attractive only. So Krishna, when he is expanding into incarnations, the same Chandra only, the same moon is only seen every day in the sky. But the same moon is not exhibiting certain portion of it, and it's hiding in darkness, and only a small portion of light it is showing. It is not that different moon is coming every day. The same moon is coming every day. But the same moon is showing only a smaller portion every day. And then one fine day, you're seeing the entire full manifestation. So in this way, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, for various purposes, he has come into he has taken many incarnations and expansions. But he is the charming, blackish boy, 16-year-old boy, who's playing the flute. Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Barhavadam Samasidambuda Sundarangam Kandarpa Kodi Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. How he looks. Who is he? Who is the source of everything? Who is he who can attract all the living entities, including expansions and incarnations, and all the controllers will get attracted? Even the transcendentalists who are practicing jnana and yoga, they get attracted. Even the liberated souls who are living in Vaikuntha, they get attracted to him. Even Lakshmi Devi, who is serving the lotus feet of Lord Narayana, getting attracted to him. Who is that personality? The same Lord in a complete form, the same Narayana, same Balarama in a complete form. He is Krishna. There is no difference between these personalities. There is no competition. He is only showing certain aspects of him. Well, for example, I'll tell you, if you take Narsimha Dev, he is coming in a great protective attitude. So when we go to Narsimha Dev, we always feel protected. And we feel a great love and affection for him as a father, as a figure. Either father figure or a king figure. In this way, we feel a protector. We can never treat him as our child and keep him in the lap and give kiss. That is called Rasa Abhas. Rasa Abhas means the Supreme Lord is manifesting a certain rasa in each of the forms. For example, take Lord Ramachandra. So Krishna decided that I will enter as Maryada Purushottama. My role is Maryada Purushottama. So I will have only one wife, Ekapatni Vrata. At that time, if somebody is desiring to get him married or want to have maybe a lover attitude, then certainly that will not be appreciated. That is called Rasa Abhasa. This is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita very nicely. So, but Krishna is Purna Rasa. All the rasas are there. If you want to have all the rasas, various rasas, then there is only one option. So Krishna is hiding those other rasas. When he is coming as Ramachandra, he is hiding those rasas, and like the kala, the various kalas, he is giving a parental affection to many people. He is giving friendship to many people. That we see that Guha or somebody is coming and hugging a certain friendship he is feeling. And Dasya he is giving to. In this way he is giving. So certain aspects, certain rasa, certain portion only, limited edition of the Supreme Lord. And that is the incarnations. Very smaller, means only certain options are available. That options one can use. But who is Krishna? Nectar of Devotion, the first sloka, Rupa Goswami is explaining, wherein Akila Rasamrada Murti, Taraka Pali Lalita Kalita, Shyama Vito, Vidor Jayati. So is Jayati, Jayati, Devo, Devaki Nandani. So this Devaki Nandana, more than that Devaki Nandana, even I'll explain to you in spiritual world also there is a level, various levels. That's nicely in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nothing is all, Prabhupada has given everything, nicely assimilated. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So this Radha Priya Vidor Jayati. So this Vrindavana Krishna, Raja Krishna in Shyamasundara form, he can be approached in any feelings one has with him. So it's Akila Rasamrita, Akila Rasa, no limitations. One can love Krishna in this way only. One can love Krishna in this way. Rama you can love in this way only. Krishna, Narasimha you can love in this way only. Vamana has come for protecting and he can be in this way. So in this way, each of the incarnations have their own moods. Not their own moods. The same mood of Krishna, but only a certain portion. Certain portions are only exhibited. So the jiva will not completely satisfied when he reaches that Vaikuntha of either that avatar or the expansions of the Lord in various in Narayana forms in the Vaikuntha Loka. So the Vaikuntha Loka, who will go to this Vaikuntha Loka, where these people are there? Many devotees want to go to Vaikuntha. No, Vaikuntha is not the topmost destination. Worshipping Krishna and going to Goloka will give us Suprasiddhati. The complete satisfaction, the complete form of the spirit soul is attained only in Goloka Vrindavana. Complete satisfaction. To the full self one can relate with Krishna. The full mind, words and body, complete involvement of the spiritual body. One can serve Krishna to the complete fullest extent. And that is Purna of us also, our constitutional, Jiva's constitutional position. Now the question is, there are many living entities in the material world. The living entities in the various levels. Okay, the levels of the living entities, if you see, we can say that starting from Atavendra Gopam, everybody is Gabandanurupam. We see that various levels from very small insect. Indra Gopam is considered to be the smallest living entity. It is in the size of an atom. Smallest living entity, microorganisms onwards. Each of the living entity, if you see, they have to elevate themselves in 84 lakh species of life. At last, in 84 lakh species, 80 lakh species of life are animal forms and the plants, birds, aquatics. In this way, Jalajanava Lakshani, Stavara Laksha Vimsati, various lakshas are given. How many in Padma Purana? The statistics is given about the species in this universe. And they progress gradually and they come to the state where they progress, and then they come to the state of human beings, which are 4 lakh species. There are varieties of human species. Like we know Manushya, we are all Manushya. Then we know Deva, of course, Ashura, of course. And then Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Rakshasa. In this way, many different types of people are there. These 4 lakh varieties, like in dog, we have in one species, like Pomeranian dog, Alsatian dog, Doberman. Like this, there are many dog varieties, but all of them belong to dog family. All of them are called dogs only. Same way, in human beings, there are many varieties of entities, and 4 lakh varieties are human species. Under this 4 lakh human species, he comes. And initially, after coming from animalistic, that 80 lakh species, he's elevating gradually into human form. And in this human form, he is gradually progressing from kind of a non-civilized species, non-civilized humans, to gradually into civilized. Like the people who live in nomads, they eat even human flesh. Kind of a completely degraded versions of humans are also there. From there, gradually he progresses. And then with great difficulty, he attains this human form of life, which we have attained. We are very lucky because the higher planetary system are there for enjoyment and the lower planetary system are there for suffering. And then we come back again to earn our result in this Bhuloka. So Bhuloka is a place where is earning place. Either you can go up, you can go down, or you can escape out. So that is the benediction of this place. So we have come here. So in this way, gradually he progressed to human form of life. And from human form of life, he can further progress. So there are various types of progressing from here. Okay, I want to progress spiritually. This inclination is in Manushya. The Manushas are very blessed personalities, and even demigods are hankering to come and practice Krishna consciousness here. And in that very wonderful possibility is there. For example, if Brahma is there, when he comes here for 1 second, he will practice a full life of chanting Hare Krishna and run back to his work. That even 1 second he'll take a break to come here. Such a glorious activities is possible in this human form of life, especially devotional service. So there are many levels of transcendentalists. So here it is mentioned all transcendentalists have been rendering service, devotional service to Lord Krishna. So now there may be question, who are all the transcendentalists now in this human form of life? Now I come to the various level. Now I've come to human form of life. In the human form of life, either I can be totally unrelated to the Lord, then we are considered irreligion people. Then we can come to religion. Okay. And then from religious process, we can think of dharma. What am I supposed to do? Is there a dharma for my soul? So in this way, bodily dharma, there is one thing. Varnashrama dharma, that is considered a lower level because it is on the bodily platform. And then somebody can think, no, I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul. For my spirit soul, is there a dharma? I'll try to find out. They are called transcendentalists who are going about the karmi level. And they can be jnani or they can be yogi. And of course, bhakta. Karma, of course, karma also there is a yoga. So there is a elevation. The people who are trying to elevate is considered to be better than the regular people who practice religious activities for sense gratification, fruitive results. So from the lowest animal, they come to accepting religion for same animalistic propensities. Animalistic propensity means living only for sense gratification. This is animalistic propensity. So from living only for animalistic propensity, they come to a little higher platform of, okay, I don't want fruitive results, but I want to go out of this place, or I want to really understand my position. These kind of thinking, you and also inquisitive about who's God. What is that? Atato Brahma Jignasa. There is a jignasa. There is a question about how all this creation came. Before my death, where was I? After death, where will I go? Where all these things are already existing. My mother, father is not knowing, and nobody knows who created all these things. Each one is floating wrong theory. Some theory which I'm not convinced. But these questions are coming. Then we gradually transcendental attitude comes. So in that there are 4 levels: karma yogi, jnana yogi, ashtanga siddhi yogi, and bhakti yogi. Okay, so this karma yogi is the one who will not give up the sense gratification. He is going to continue with this everyday activity. He will not give up anything. He will stay where he is. But at the same time, he is also having an inclination to connect with God. So the connection is called yoga. Okay, and second is the jnani. So this is completely in bodily concept people. And the next jnani, there are 2 other people who consider, oh no, bodily activities I'll stop. The yogi, he will stop the bodily activities. He will regulate the breathing. He will not eat. He will not eat. So if he has to stay for 6 months without eating, then he has to practice some pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, niyama, something he has to do, no, to sustain the body with the air. Instead of, okay, breathing anyway, I cannot stop. So what I'll do, I'll stop eating, I'll stop gaining energy from other sources, but I'll give up my material body. I'm not this body. I'll travel to other dimension. And the problem is, they think they are the mind. They are so much mind conscious. So that he also lost. This is very nicely explained in Charitamrita. And then the third is the transcendentalist is the jnani, who is so much intellectual. But so he is thinking, I'll read many books and I'll try to understand. I'll read all the Vedas. I'll read every books and I'll try to understand who am I, who is God, what is the relationship between me and him, or what is transcendentalism, who I want to realize myself. So for self-realization, so bodily platformed but trying step by step is karma yoga, and mental platform trying step by step is yoga, karma, ashtanga siddhi yoga, and in intellectual level, mind, intelligence, and body. Okay, so the intellectual level he is trying is jnani. So all of them are trying to use this material instrument in order to touch the transcendental. It is impossible. Nobody can, none of them can succeed. It's a failure model. But how it is called yoga? For example, karma, jnana, and yoga are failure programs. But karma yoga, Jnana Yoga, Siddhi Yoga, Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga are successful processes. Means not fully, but at least some success can be seen because yoga is attached. Yoga means connecting with God, and we can connect with God only through one process: devotional service. Other than devotional service, the word yoga is meaningless. The connection, the thread or a rope or everything which connects a jiva to the Supreme Lord is called yoga. Devotional service. So in the second canto, you are now going through the first canto. When you come to the second canto, you will see that all these yogis you will see, and you will see that their process is never successful unless otherwise they perform some devotional service. At least they have to meditate on the Supreme Lord. They cannot meditate on some light, meditate on nothing. If you meditate on nothing, you will become nothing. If you meditate on light, then again your life is useless. I don't know, you will become an Indragopa which will go into the light and die. Not the small fly which will go to the light and die because you meditate on light. Then you will become a small insect which is looking at the light. Whenever there's a rainy season, you will see that small flies, they come to the light. This is what you want. You want light, you go to the light. You want tube light or you want what light? So then that is lost. So, but the meditation also should be a 400 form of Lord Vishnu. So the process of how to do it from bottom to top, and even jnanis, if they want to, for the intellectual level, they want to analyze and find out in the world, they need to go to Virat Rupa. They need to see the Lord. Lord's veins are the rivers, Lord's bones are the mountains. In this way, they need to see the Lord. If they don't see that, then there is no progress in even their own processes. So Bhakti Yoga has to be mixed. But the wonder of devotional service, they will mix a tinge of devotional service in order to proceed. So the proper process of those transcendental activities are also mixed with devotional service. In authorized scriptures, it is mentioned the mixture of devotional service. So without devotional service, it is impossible to mix that. Impossible to attain. Even those transcendentalists, they cannot attain their liberation by without combining it with devotional service. So this is the process. Now the question is, how great, how wonderful is this devotional service? See, without it. So, but this transcendentalist also, they get attracted to the Lord when there is an opportune moment. By the mercy of the Lord, and mainly by the mercy of a pure devotee, if they get attached to the devotion, if they get attached to the pure devotee, or if they get attached to the activities of a pure devotee or hearing from a pure devotee, somehow or other, if they come to know one Vrajvasi, then their intention completely, either Vrajvasi or a higher level platform, Vaikunthavasi. For example, if Jnani, Karmi, Yogi is there, if they meet a Vaikunthavasi, they will become attracted. And if there is a Vaikunthavasi, if he is seeing any Rajavasi, he will get attracted. So this is the glory of devotional service. So how this is very nicely in third canto, if you see, the verse is, Sukadeva Goswami, he is a transcendentalist. And of course, he became attracted by hearing Bhagavatam from Vyasadev's students. Vyasadev's students were there in the forest and they were singing this beautiful Bhagavatam. And Sukadeva Goswami, as soon as he was born, he just walked out of the womb because actually he refused to come out. He said, this world is Maya. I'm not going to come. I'll get captivated by this illusion. But then Vyasadeva requested Krishna to come. Then Krishna came and told that, you please come out. 18 years he was in the womb. His mother was pregnant for 18 full years. And then you're a grown-up child, you need to come out. So I promise that you won't fall into illusion. Like this, Krishna promises that you won't fall into illusion. Then Sukadeva Goswami agrees to come out. And after that, he starts just going out of home. As soon as he's born, just walking out. And the father is very attached to the son. So he is in the Grahastha. So he's running behind him. But so he's just walking. And then at last, then many things happen. There is a lot of nice pastimes. And then after that, how he comes back home and listens to this Bhagavatam is, Vyasadeva understood he has become transcendentalist. He is a transcendentalist and he has become attracted to the words of Krishna. So he will, whatever Krishna says, he's just agreeing. So if he is getting to know about this Krishna, then certainly it will be successful. So he asked some of his students to go and sing this Bhagavatam in the forest, search for his son. So they say that how will we search her son? You go in all direction and sing the Bhagavatam. So the devotees, the disciples of Vyasadeva, they go and sing the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Sukadev Goswami hears it and comes back. He's coming and asking, what is this verses? It's so nectarian. Where from you hear? Then they said, we are students of Vyasadeva. Then he understands my father has a great treasure. Then he comes back to the father and hears the complete Bhagavatam. And then again, as a mendicant, he travels, propagating this beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam. This is one example, and the transcendental getting attracted. And the most wonderful another is the 4 Kumaras who are born out of Brahma. So any soul which is born in this material world has the lorded over material nature, and they are not Baddha Jivas. So as soon as the Baddha Jiva is born, they are initially pure and they get gradually associated with lower nature, external energy, and they become conditioned. This is their fate. So because we chose, we voluntarily chose to be like this. We voluntarily chose Maya over devotional service. That is our responsibility. And now, when we come and tasting that devotional service, our original constitutional position gets awakened. And this is the glory of devotional service. So what happens is, these 4 Kumaras, they end up going in Vaikuntha, and they have some argument with the Jaya and Vijaya who has the, in this way there is a pastime, there is a nice pastime. After that, actually the Lord is coming out. The door opens and the Lord comes to meet them. So when Lord is coming, before he is coming, the aroma is coming. The air is passing where the Lord is there. He's wearing long garlands where bumblebees are going around and around. And this is the Kala. See the Kalas, wonder. This transcendentalist, they see the Lord. Very, very nice verses there. What is that? Kinjal kamishra tulasi magaranda vayu andargata swavivarena chakaratesham Sanshobhamaksharajusham abhichitta tanvo. Yes. Tasyaravinda nayanasya padaravinda. Kinjal kamishra tulasi magaranda vayu. Andargata swavivarena chakaratesham. Sanshobhamaksharajusham abhichitta tanvo. Tasyaravinda. Tasyaravinda nayana. Whose eyes are Aravinda Lochana. The eyes are lotus. Namapangaja Netraya. The Netra is Pangaja Netra. So that beautiful Lord, the lotus-eyed Lord, is walking and coming from inside. So Tasyaravinda Nayanasya Padaravinda, such beautiful lotus-eyed Lord's Padaravinda, the lotus feet are there. Kinjal kamishra tulasi maharinda vayu. So in that, there's chandana and everything, and in that, the tulasi is mixed in the lotus feet, and it's there. And that maharanda vayu is coming from tulasi smell, and this 4 Kumaras, they are smelling it. Andargata swavivarena chakaratesham. It goes inside. The air goes inside. Andargata swavivarena chakaratesham. Chakaratesham means Sanshobham aksharajusham, means completely transformed. They became spontaneously devotees by performing one devotional service, by smelling the tulasi which is offered in the lotus feet of the Lord. They were impersonalists before that. That's why we fell down. They became Brahma's children. But now we have a complete sampradaya. Spontaneously, devotional service can transform one's heart. Many times we have a misunderstanding that we have to preach through jnana. We have to give transcendental knowledge, a lot of knowledge, then people will become devotees. Simply by engaging them in smelling a tulasi which is offered in the temple or in our deities, simply by smelling, then we can transform the heart of the great transcendentalist like 4 Kumaras. What to speak of ordinary conditioned souls which are here? So Rupa Goswami kind of great personalities, they retired. He was a Mandalapati. He just came out and wrote the scriptures in a simple processes of devotional service of smelling tulasi, drinking charanamrit. In this way, simple processes he has explained, writing it in a book. Do you think it's ordinary? The Mandalapati gave up his and came to Lord Chaitanya to write something like this. The glory of devotional service is unlimited, even though it looks simple. So that is the glory of devotional service. So this Kinjalka Mishra Tulasi Maharanda Vayu Andargatasva Vivarena Chakarate Sham Sankshobam Akshara Jusham Apichittatan. This completely written. The heart totally transformed. The impersonal attitude completely went off. And a favor and attraction towards the Lord, to serve Him, to love Him, automatically came in their heart. Simple processes. So this has transformed. In this way, the normal transcendentalist in the Jnani, Yogi, these people, even though they do a little service, it will transform them completely. There is one more nice example I'll give you. This is what I'm telling is the various levels we are seeing. And in the material world, there's a transcendental level. And the transcendental level, wherever there's an excess of bhakti and some process of bhakti is seen by this transcendentalist, they get attracted. In this way, they progress further. This is a progress. We'll also see from Vaikuntha how they progress further. So these transcendentalists in the material world, they are even Jnani, Karmi, Yogi, anybody who does this, they will get attracted to the Lord. These 64 Angas of Bhakti, which are explained in, by Rupa Goswami, are not ordinary. And Prabhupada has put a very systematic methodology in which we execute it every day nicely as a program, morning program. We have a program. Mangalarti, Darshanarti, Guru Arati, and then Tulasi Arati in this way. All these various, all Angas of Bhakti are accumulated and combined in this simple morning program. And you know what? The transformation, it happens every day by every day. There is a unlimited growth of Krishna consciousness in practicing Krishna consciousness. Simple processes. So then Prabhupada also, one time he told this, very nice pastime. During Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, one time Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, there is a from Banaras Hindu University, the principal of the university, the topmost person of that university, he wanted to meet Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur because he wanted to discuss some philosophy over Bhaktisiddhanta, with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, about personalism and impersonalism, because at that time Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was very famous. So whenever these people, anybody becomes famous, they go and have a discussion. Whether there is meaning, there is no meaning. Only thing which is required is fame. They have their name should be everywhere. There is junk also. There is fan club. So the taking Sara, taking the essence is Hamsa's character. Crow will go everywhere and take everything. This is very dangerous. So we should be very, very careful about what we are taking. So we are very lucky by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. We are getting original transcendental nectar. So you hear this nectar. This nectar pastime is when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was there, and he became famous. Of course, Krishna will make devotee also famous. Why not? Why not? So he comes there and says that he thought he can have a big conversation and discussion. I have some questions. He came in a humble attitude only. He didn't come to argue, but he came to ask a lot of questions. So he said, I have a lot of questions. This person is giving very nice answers. So let me go and ask him. So he came and he said, my dear sir, I have come here to ask some questions. I have some doubts. So, and then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, okay, no problem. I'm a little busy. You can do one thing. You not busy. He didn't say that he is busy. He said, okay, you have a lot of questions. Okay, no problem. You do one thing. You take all those questions. My pujari is there inside. My disciple is the pujari there, head pujari. You go and ask the head pujari. So he was amazed. This Banaras Hindu University chief, he was worried. He thought maybe he's a very big, great scholar. So I'll go and discuss this with the scholar. I'll go and discuss. So he thought, he went to the puja room and he asked, where is the head pujari? He went to the pujari and he asked the head pujari, okay, Guru Maharaj has sent me to you. He took the big paper, a lot of questions. I have so many things to discuss with you on question. He said, no. Now Aarti time. I have a lot of service. So you just wait. And he's just standing there. So you do one thing, you wash these vessels. And he gave the puja vessel washing service. So, and continuously the pujari was giving some service to him till the Aarati was completed. So he was continuously assisting in Aarati of the Lord. And once the Aarati was finished and everything, and the program was finished, everything, then there was Prashadam and time. At that time, he went to meet Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, okay, you had some questions. Did you get answer? He immediately fell at the lotus feet of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and said, I have got answer to all my questions. I'm taking that paper. I don't have any more question. Everything is so clear to me now. This is the live example. This is a real world live example from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's life, where Jnana yogis, Karma yogis, everybody's conclusion is Bhakti Yoga. It's a culmination of all the yogas are within this. It is not that this yoga, Bhakti Yoga, is better than Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga. No, no. Even if you want to meditate on the Supreme Lord one pointed, you perform devotional service, without your knowledge, you'll be thinking the Leela of Krishna. You hear Bhagavatam or pastimes of Krishna here and there, and all our, ISKCON congregations, nowhere else, here and there means only ISKCON. And then this is the only authorized place where every Sampradaya will take shelter, and we'll see it in near future. And as Prabhupada declared, the pure source, when you continuously hear, then naturally your mind thinks only about this, either serving the Lord or thinking about the Lord. So separate practice of these is not required. Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, or Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga. Separately, we need not perform anything. We just need to be whatever according to our karma. We may be Varna Shankara also. We may be, according to karma, we may be proper, or according to karma, we may not be proper also. So we cannot practice karma yoga. People say that, oh, we practice karma yoga because we are worshipping Krishna in the center of the home and this and home worship and all that. No, we are performing only transcendental loving service to Krishna. Somebody may be in proper varnashrama status, somebody may not be. In Kali Yuga, right now, there is nobody is in proper varnashrama. Even if somebody claims themselves a grahastha, they are not grahastha. If somebody claims themselves a patni, she's not a patni. She has already become a fan of an actor before her marriage. That time her chastity is gone. She married unchaste. So Kali Yuga has taken its turn, and Kali Yuga's effect is there wholeheartedly. We should accept Kali Yuga, Kali Sadhu. He's giving holy name. He's allowing devotional service, pure devotional service, which is performed by a jiva. It's given, it's open. If we condition ourselves with the bodily concept, it's our problem. That progress will be very gradual. There won't be swift progress. Swift progress is sarvadharma and parityaja. A person who doesn't identify himself with any other designation other than the spirit soul and supreme servant of the Supreme Lord, and then the progress is very, very, very gradual. A swift progress is possible if we simply accept the conclusion of Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam talks again, very beautiful. One more example I'll give. The time is getting up. Anyway, one more example I'll give about how, then we are progressing now, right? So right now we are progressing from Indragopa onwards, various 84 lakh species, and then non-religious living entities, and then to religious living entities, and in religious living entities, those who perform for fruitive results, who don't perform for fruitive results, then transcendentalists, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, then Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga. In this way, so each levels are going, means from bodily level to mind level to intelligence level, everything is going. Then we see that only devotional service can give. In this way, even Vaikuntha, there are 6 different types of, there is also the completeness of the spirit soul. Okay, now I see that I worship only the Lord. Okay, either I worship the Lord, I worship, of course, incarnations. Who will not love incarnations? We as Krishna conscious devotees naturally love incarnations. But at the same time, we know that incarnations is not the original form of the Lord. The original form of the Lord is that, but in this pastime he is doing like that. In that pastime he is doing in that. In this way, we'll certainly appreciate the same Supreme Lord appearing in different forms, even as Narayana or whatever. But we also understand this, all the Purushavataras and also Gunavataras and all the incarnations in the Supreme Lord are servants of the Supreme. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasabha Bridya. There is only one Krishna Ishvara, and rest everybody. Advaita Acharya became servant of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu became servant of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu is Adi. So the Adi from whom everything emanated, Baladeva is the Adi. So when Baladeva is becoming umbrella, Baladeva is becoming a mat for Krishna, Baladeva is becoming bed for Krishna, what jiva is so puffed up not to become servant of Krishna? Who? Why do you want to still accept somebody else? So the Narayana Rupas in Vaikunthas, they are for those conditioned soul who, okay, now the conditioned soul has accepted, I will take up devotional service. I will not perform Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga, but I will perform devotional service. In the devotional service, there are various levels. One level of devotional service is mixed devotional service, where materialistic desire is there, that is Karma Yoga only. And at the same time performing devotional service in various gunas, mixture of gunas is there. That in 3rd canto you will see during Kapila Siksha, you will see that how beautifully Lord Kapila is explaining to his mother Devahuti. But more than that, when they start performing devotional service for the purpose of devotional service, okay, I am Jiva, okay, Krishna, God is there, Narayana, Krishna, he is God. So, but they have one desire, spiritual desire. What desire? There are 6 kinds of opulences, 6 kinds of muktis they desire. Salogya Mukti, Sarubhya Mukti, Sashti, Samibhya. In this way, first is Sayujya. Sayujya means I just escape out of the world. I don't want Krishna. I don't want to go back to Godhead. But I don't want material world also. I want to keep quiet. I will not serve Krishna. Spiritual suicide. At least in material world, there is some yogic processes there, some possibilities are there. So that Sayujya Mukti is ruled out, because Sayujya Mukti is desiring to merge into impersonal Brahman, which is the dirtiest of everything. Anything existing, material world is not so bad, because there is possibility of devotional service by mercy of pure devotees. And the spiritual world, of course, is transcendental. But this Trisanga Vasis, Trisanga Surgadesi, the half, this is a dangerous, they fall down. So that is Sayujya. Other than that, the desire to stay very near to the Lord, the desire to go back home, back to Godhead, go back home. Now, do you want to go to Vaikuntha? Do you want to go to the desire to go? Vaikuntha means dukkha, problems, sufferings, birth, death, old age, disease, many things, kleshas, adibaudiga, adhyatmika, adidevika, all kleshas, all these are kundas. And Vaikunta means no dukkha, no kunda. Vai means no, not at all, never. Eternally, you will not have dukkhas. So Vaikunta means problemless place. It is not place of full ananda. There is place Kevala Ananda Kanda, there is separate place, okay? So here who will go? Who will go to Vaikunta? Those who desire Salogya Mukti. Prabhu, Salokya. I want to attain the same loka as the Lord. Sarubhya. He is four-handed. I will also have four-hand. I will put some seal here. I will do this, that, ulta pulta. Somehow or other, I want to go because the place is very nice. The prema is less. Self-interest is more. So that is the problem. So Salogya and Sarubhya, having Sarubhya, same Rubam like him. So even we see that the four Kumaras, when they entered into the entrance of Vaikuntha, we see the complete description of Vaikuntha, where everybody looked exactly as Narayana himself. All of them looked exactly as Narayana, four-handed, and their facial features, everything is so beautiful. And the wives were looking like almost Lakshmis. But Srivatsa and Kaustuba identified the Supreme Lord. In this way, Supreme Lord came. And of course, they were acting as servants only. But the Rupam, they have attained the Lord. So one who simply should not meditate only on the Rupa. He has Leela also. So in this way, so the Sarubhya they have attained. So Salogya they have attained. Some people wanted to stay with the Lord. That is also an individual desire. It's not melting out of prema. It is that I have a desire, oh, if I get visa, I go to America, I live nicely. So that kind of attitude is there. Despite the devotional services performed in various Vishnu Narayana temples, in various, of course, sampradayas, it may be performed, but there is a tinge that we will go to Vaikuntha, when we will live happily there with our Perumal, we will live, there's a big man is there, there's a big man. They won't even chant the name of the Lord. And even such personalities in Vaikuntha, they attain that Vaikuntha. But actually, our Acharya Parampara is giving us the greatest treasure of Rajabhakti very simply. We follow whatever Prabhupada has taught us, we are already in Rajabhakti. In Damodara Ashtakam, we are singing, right? Damodara Arti, we are singing very nicely. All of us in ISKCON, we observe Damodara Arti, we engage everybody in pure devotional service, showing this. What is that? Varam Deva Moksham na Mokshavadim va Nachanyam Vrineham Vareshadabhiha Idam Teva Purnata Gopala Balam Sadame Manasya Virastam Kimanyai. This particular Gopala Bala has to reside within my heart. I'm sorry, I don't want any vara. You're Varadaraja, you may give so many varas, you may give so many benediction. Excuse me, I don't want this. I will be servant of Gopala Bala. So this is very, very sweet pastimes. If you see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, there is benediction Leela. Continuous benediction Leela is there in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastime. When Gauranga is pleased with anybody, Gauranga is a combined form of Radha and Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. So the Gauranitai is three people. We have got three personalities together at one package. And very sweet Lord. Gauranga is Radha and Krishna combined together. And then we have the Balarama also as Nityananda Prabhu. So whenever he's pleased with the attitude or service of a devotee, he'll say, asking me some benediction. I want to give you some benediction. He asked Haridas Thakur, he asked Srivas Thakur, he asked Kulavecha Sridhara. In every pastime there is benediction. Then all the devotees say, no, varam deva moksham na moksha vadimva. We don't want 6 kind of mokshas. No, we are not interested. So we want to simply serve you. So Sridhara, there is a person called Kulavecha Sridhara in Mayapur. Yeah, he lived in a dviba called Simanda Dviba. And this Kulavecha Sridhara, Kola Vecha. Kola means he's selling banana leaves and banana trunk and whatever is available on that day. If nothing is available, the dried banana leaves he will make into small cups and he will sell. Sometimes he will sell the banana bunch. Sometimes he will sell in this way, different parts of, he has very little orchard of bananas. And a very poor person. He had one room completely broken and completely, when it's raining, all water is coming inside and doesn't even have a residence properly. But he always chants the name of the Lord. Always and every time. Very nicely he sings Hare Krishna Mahamantra, of course, and then he sings various names, Vanamali, Krishna, Gopala. In this way he sings, and nobody knows him. He's a useless fellow as far as materialistic are concerned. And the neighbors will say that this fellow is not eating properly, he doesn't get enough money, so he's hungry. The night he's not getting sleep because he's hungry. So full night he's blabbering this Krishna's name and loudly singing because of hunger. This is what they thought. Even when a devotee, that's why devotees should not show their feelings towards non-devotees, because the mundane people, they will think that we are crying out of our material suffering. This a devotee doesn't have any material suffering at all. He has only Anmiga Ananda, nothing else. So Kulavech Sridhara, they were blaspheming. So then in this way, one fine day, Lord Chaitanya told everybody, you go and bring that Kulavech Sridhara. Because he showed his original form in Srivas Thakur's house. So big pastime, wonderful pastime. It is being compiled in a nectarian book by our Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is compiling this nectarian transcendental book, which is going to create a revolution in the Vaishnava society about this beautiful pastimes of the original Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of a devotee, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gauranga. And this Kulavecha Sridhara is asked, okay, you have to ask me somewhere. So nobody knows Kulavecha Sridhara, even in devotee community. In devotee community also he is not famous. There are many famous devotees. But nobody know that who is Kulavecha Sridhara. He was simply selling banana leaves in the market. That's all. Lord Chaitanya knows very well. And Lord Chaitanya, when he was a young boy as Nimai Pandita, no Vaishnavas knows Kulavecha Sridhara. But Lord Chaitanya every single day will go to the market to Kulavecha Sridhara's shop. And he will argue with them, okay, give me this banana. Give me. No, then Kulavecha Sridhara will tell the price. Kulavecha Sridhara will always tell one third price of the market rate. Whatever is the market rate, he will sell only 1/3. Very little money. He wants to finish it soon. And little money he will get. Whatever he is getting, 50% he will give for Ganga Puja. Rest 50% he will live his life. This is Kulavecha Sridhara, but Lord will go and he will bargain. Okay, give me for this cost. You are earning a lot of money. So Kulavecha Sridhara will say, no, go to anybody else and ask. Like this, actually Jalpa. Jalpa means the conversations which people want to talk. The Lord want to talk with these pure devotees, and pure devotees want to converse with him. So it will look like in material world as such conversations are useless, but in spiritual world, when Lord is conversing with this devotee, it's so nectar that give me the banana. He'll pull the banana. And then he'll say, Kulavecha, no, I can't reduce the price. This I'm using for Ganga Puja. Oh, I know that you are not using for Ganga Puja. You have so much property you have accumulated. You are the greatest, wealthiest man in this entire village, I know. One day I will open out all your wealth and I'm going to show to everybody. That day you will be caught. In this way. Then Kulavecha Sridhara will say, no. So next day again, when Sachimata asks Nimai to go and purchase something from market, Nimai will straightly come to Kulavecha Sridhara's shop. And Kulavecha Sridhara, if later it is becoming little late, then Lord Chaitanya, Kulavechara's eyes will be always searching in the entrance of the market, whether that golden boy is coming, that Pandita, Nimai Pandita is coming and fighting with me. Why he didn't come? In this way, hankering is there. So this is going on. The affair is going on between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Kulavecha Sridhara for a long time. But later when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Gaya, took initiation, everything, when he came as a devotee and he started performing his pastime, at that time he called Kulavecha Sridhara. So none of the devotee know him, only Gauranga know him. So Gauranga already performing pastime. Then the devotees went and very much searched for him and brought him. So as soon as they went and told Gauranga is calling you, he fainted. So they lifted him up, fainted, and they brought him to Gauranga. So when he got up, then again he cried. Then Lord said, you have to ask me something. You have to ask Varadan. So at that time, he revealed the treasure of the devotional service of Kulavechara, where the Lord will search and come in for a person who is genuinely involved in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada said, no, act in such a way that Lord will see you rather than trying to see Lord. This is the way. Kulavech Sridhara as example. Then he said, Lord said, you have to get some benediction. Then Kulavech Sridhara, he forced Kulavech Sridhara. So at last he said, okay, you're forcing me, so I'll ask some benediction. I'm very happy as of now. But I'll ask that benediction that life after life, you have to come to my shop and bargain like this. And every day we need to have arguments like this. 1 hour, 2 hours, he will argue Lord Chaitanya. So these conversations were very sweet and eternal pastime of the Lord, in which see how the Lord is coming and reciprocating. This is what a devotee will desire. He will not desire the 6 kind of muktis also, which are those who desire these kind of muktis, especially in, we see that whatever is available in Narayana worship and other places, we'll see that they will attain Vaikuntha, but the soul will not be satisfied. Why? Because Akila Rasa is not fulfilled. We want to show, we will be in our complete, when we can perform devotional service in complete as a spirit soul. No? Full Rupa, complete Siddhatega, complete. That original Rupa of ours is not manifested in Vaikuntha because we don't look like Narayana. We don't have 4 hands actually. Actually, the spirit soul, our Swayam Rupa. Like how Krishna is having Swayam Rupa, the same way we are also having Swayam Rupa. As a spirit soul, separated parcel of Krishna, a servant of Krishna, Jivera Swarupa Hoya, Jivera Swarupa. So we also, Krishna has Swarupa as Narayana. And sorry, am I taking a little more time? I don't know. Okay, maybe in 3-5 minutes I will complete. So Swayam Rupa, and how Krishna is taking Swayam Rupa. Krishna is a Swayam Rupa. Same way, we, Jivera Swarupa. Hoi. Krishnera Nityadasa. So Krishna's Nityadasa, not anybody else. So Krishna's Nityadasa at that time will become complete in nature. So even in Vaikuntha, people, they don't have till they don't have awareness of the Lord, then there is no problem. But they feel that, okay, I'm happy, but they will not be fully satisfied. Only when a jiva, there also, when Narada Muni or some pure devotee goes and sings Radhika Raman, Radhika Raman, in his veena, he will sing Mahati, it is called Mahati. And he will sing, and in this way, some pure devotee, when they meet Vrajavasi, that time they become shocked, and then they want to get attracted, and they want to go to Vrindavana Dama, take Vrajavasi, like great personalities. Many personalities are there. And one example would be Lakshmi is doing even now. Some other time when we get time, I'll tell you the past time. But you should understand, in Braja, Lakshmi Devi is doing tapasya to attain the Lord Krishna. Still she is doing tapasya because of her mood is very respectful and she cannot mix with Krishna fluently. Then she is not able to enter into Braja yet. So but even the topmost person in Vaikuntha, who's the topmost devotee in Vaikuntha, is Lakshmi, and she herself is anchoring to meet Krishna. And further, when we go to Goloka Vrindavana, the Goloka Vrindavana is divided into 3 portions. Dwaraka, Rajapuri, Mathura, and Svetadvipa. In this way, 3 are there. And in this, the Dwarakapuri, and from there, even from Vaikuntha planets, where the Lord is like the master and the king, and everybody is subordinate, when genuinely somebody loves prema for that Lord, then by the association of some devotee, they progress into this Dwaraka also possible. And in the Dwaraka, they see Lord as the king, and they are the subject, and they intentionally, really love the Jagannatha. Both Baudhika Jagat and Anmiga Jagat. Both Jagat is the Natha. So that Jagannatha Swami is there in there, and in there they worship the Supreme Lord, Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Devi. And then when from Dwaraka also, there is a little feelings maybe there, like Uddhava is the best example. Uddhava was in a friendship mood in Dwaraka, but later when he went to Vraja and saw the mood of the Vrajavasis, he hankered to become even a blade of grass in Vraja. And he anchored and he prayed, and of course he is in the path of progress. And later he progressed, because after Krishna gave this benediction to Uddhava, and Uddhava is progressing towards Vraja. and is entering into Raja also. Right now, in our moment, is a transformation moment of taking everybody into Vrajadama. And the higher than in Vrajadama, there are four rasas, four and primary rasas, but unlimited secondary rasas, jokes, comedy, chivalry, fighting, everything is there. But primary rasa is four. But there are many, many secondary rasas. Any rasa, it is possible. Like, of course, Shanta rasa is there, where living entities are there. They just want to enter into Goloka. They have entered, but they have not developed an intention exchange of loving affairs between the Lord. But they have appreciation alone. Then they are in the Santa Bhava or Shanta rasa, and then we have Dasi rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Sakya rasa, then Vatsalya rasa, then Madhurya rasa. In this way, there are rasas which are there in the Goloka Vrindavana. And there is a higher rasa than this. Jada kavya rasa nahi kavya raso kalipavana gaura raso hi rasa. The Gaura rasa is even more tastier than these rasas. Whereas Gauranga can award all these rasas. Krishna prema pradayate, the shortcut. What is that rasa? The Vipralamba Bhava. Serving the Lord in the mood of separation is the most tastiest of all rasas. That is available only in Svetadvipa, where a village of poor Brahmanas, poor people are living. They are all Vaishnavas, and day and night they are absorbed in thinking about the Lord, in singing about the Lord. Machitta madgada prana, bodhayanta parasparam, kadayantascha nityam, tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So in this way, the Lord is, they are exchanging the various, like now we are having a miniature version of Svetadvipa here. By the mercy of Lord Gauranga, we are discussing these. And when we worship that Gauranga Mahaprabhu, now how will we progress here? How will we attain Braja? And even in Braja, some Brajavasi has to guide us. And if you go Aroha Panta, if you go step by step in all these process and you reach Goloka, impossible. Kali Yuga, very, very bad, very dirty entities. And we are full Kalir, Doshe, Nide Rajan, completely dosha. And how am I going to achieve this greatest place? Impossible to attain. Even by Vaikuntavasis, transcendentalist, everything, how am I going to attain? So if you go from down to up, you cannot reach. You can never be a sadhana siddha. But you can be Kripa Siddha, where the Kripa, the mercy, is coming from top. When you become attached to Gauranga, when you worship Gauranga, when you worship Gaurnitai, when you follow the process, when you hear the instruction from Gaurnitai, whatever process they are telling, without hankering, even for the various bhavas or rasas, you're not hankering. You're simply behind a devotee who is purely attached to Gauranga. Then the pure devotee will take us to Gauranga. Then Gauranga, what he will do? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratviche Namaha. That particular Gauranga, who is nobody but Radha and Krishna themselves, the same Krishna, Akila Rasamrata Murti, is providing that rasa. Now you may ask, how will Krishna have the rasa? Only Bhaktya can have a rasa. The Bhakta, topmost Bhakta is Radharani. She can provide the rasa. Krishna can provide himself for service. Okay, I'm supreme enjoyer. I'm available for your service. And Radharani can tell, provide us mercy. Okay, Haladini, Shandini, Sambit. Take it and serve. And tuck, we'll get everything in a second. That is qualified or unqualified. The mercy is simply flowing from top to the topmost mercy for the lowermost person is happening right now in our moment. And we are so very fortunate to be connected with this Acharya Parampara, who is acting under the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya. Gaura Kata Damadaya Nagara Gramatarini, and have taken complete shelter of Gauranga. These feelings, all these positions, and we will attain our supreme goal simply by following all the sweet process of Krishna consciousness without any other word jugglery or yogic jugglery or anything. The process which is there, everyday life of a regular ISKCON devotee itself is sweet enough, itself is powerful enough to take us to the topmost platform. So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Welcome to Krishna Consciousness. I'm so happy to be associated with all such wonderful, glorious Vaishnavas who have taken this process of chanting Hare Krishna 16 rounds and also worshipping nice deity of Gaurnitai and also lovingly decorating them and doing Kirtana with them and also reading Srila Prabhupada's books and discussing the sweet pastimes of also preaching material world and spiritual world, the different topmost things here. You can give a different columns of material and spiritual world only if you are outside of it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking us to a very, very wonderful place, and we are so fortunate to be connected with such pure devotees who are attached to the lotus feet of Gauranga. So that Gaura Bhaktas, we have to take shelter, and then we will attain our supreme perfection. Success is for sure. And with such happiness, with Ananda, we will perform our Krishna consciousness activities which are given by Srila Prabhupada and further Acharya Parampara. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, Manibhushan Prabhu, and all the team to peacefully staying with me. I'm so glad to be with you today. And if you have any questions or comments, you can ask me. Hope I have not taken more time. Rajeshwar Prabhu said that even I can take 2 to 3 hours, but I felt no, I shouldn't do that. They listen, they are very wonderful devotees. He gave a big glorification of the team, which he loves and adores. The team, especially Manibhushan Prabhu's team, is really lovely leaders team, and all the leaders are also very wonderful. Their life and soul they have dedicated at the lotus feet of Krishna consciousness. We see that. I'm very glad to speak to you today. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? I'm very happy to hear from you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Mathaji, for the wonderful class and very
Yes.
good explanation. And touched all the Chaitanya Leela also. It is very enlightening. Thank you very much. Anybody is having any questions, please come forward.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, pranams.
No questions, Mataji. You are out of material world. You have taken us through to all the spiritual worlds.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Really, you are expressing so well that along with you, following you, we are there in the spiritual world. As Manibhushan told, you even touched Chaitanya Leela, the most magnificent avatara. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much for this. Not nectarian, it was real nectar. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
I'll be happy if there are some questions. Okay.
Mataji, you may briefly say about the process from Vaikuntha to higher worlds, Vaikuntha to Goloka Vrindavan. Many devotees ask that when we take classes.
Yes. The very simple, Prabhu. The sweet pastimes of Vrindavana are not there in Vaikuntha. The sweetness.
Yes,
So
the only Aishwarya Bhava is there. Yes.
Yeah. So when the people who are residents of Vaikuntha, when they hear the glory of the Lord and the activities of the Vaikuntha, especially by Narada Muni. So Narada Muni is nobody but expansion of Srivas Thakur. So the original bhakti, if you see the bhakti tattvas, there are 5 bhakti tattvas, the Pancha Tattva, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So that Bhakta Shakti is Srivas Thakur, and he has expanded as Narada Muni. And when Narada Muni, he can travel anywhere. So when he witnesses the beautiful pastime of Raja and he goes and sings those pastime in Vaikuntha, the devotees become attracted there. That more than Narayana, they become, because they are attracted to Narayana, but at the same time, they are not able to put a hand shoulder to shoulder, hug him or kiss him or exchange food with him. And these kind of intimate feelings, or they're not able to exchange. So when they hear the same Lord is there and such exchanges are happening, naturally they become attracted. like Lakshmi, she did tapasya in Vrindavana. One time, you said briefly, so I think I have explained. There is one nice pastime.
No, Mathaji, that is considering your time. Okay, we can wait.
Okay.
As Prajesh Prabhu told, one day we had a 2.5 or 3 hours session with him.
Prabhu,
You have taken
Prabhu
only
will,
1.5 hour.
Prabhu will speak 42 hours. And so I'll tell you this pastime. This is, you will really love. This is a very sweet pastime.
Yes,
And this is one time Lakshmi Devi will be there, and one time she'll ask Rukmani. This is Rukmani. Lakshmi, of course. Rukmani has expanded as Lakshmi. Okay, so Rukmani is the original form. Goloka Vrindavana is divided into 3, and Svetadvipa is the topmost, and then comes the Vraja, and then comes the Dwaraka, and then comes all the Vaikunthas, and then come the material, Brahma Jyoti and others, and then comes the material world. In this way, it is in the material world there are many universes. So this Lakshmi Devi, she is asking Narada Muni that I hear that the Vraja pastimes, she hears Vraja pastim. Yeah. In the dream also, the Lord says, oh Vrindavan, oh Radhe. In this way, he's speaking. So what happens is, she asks Krishna, everything is available in Dwaraka. Everything is available in Dwaraka. But in the dream, you're telling, oh Yashoda, Maya, I want to go and herd the cows. In this way, you're speaking. So what is there in Vrindavana? So much which is not available in Dwaraka. You can create anything you want, right? You want a beautiful forest also, you can create. If you don't like a palace life, you can create a forest. It's not just forest alone, right? There is something else. It's a beautiful forest. Why can't Krishna create another Vrindavana? He can create. So then she asks, then he says, no, you don't know about Rajagopis and all. Then she asked, okay, so you're madly behind Rajagopis. How beautiful they are. Are they beautiful? How are they? So he said, okay, I cannot explain. Then Krishna says, no, I cannot explain the beauty of Rajagopis by myself. I will go and show you why I'm attracted. You want to see? I'll show you. So then he takes Rukmini to Raja. And they are hiding behind a bush in the bank of river Yamuna. And then they are watching. Then he says that, no. So she asks, you are saying Radhe. So is Radha so wonderful? It's a simple village girl. How she can be so wonderful than us? We are considered Lakshmis and Mahalakshmis, and nobody is as beautiful as we are. Everybody knows her. So then he says, they go and hide behind the bush. Then one Gopi is coming. After some time, Gopi is coming to pick water, and she is so beautiful from Yamuna. So Rukmani is looking, she has never seen such transcendental beauty. The beauty was not mixed with opulence. The beauty was mixed with devotion and emotion. So this is prema. So then when they saw that, then she said, oh my God, Radhe is so beautiful. Amazing. I understood why you are so attracted to her. Then Krishna said, no, this is not Radhe. This is Radharani, is one of the servants. She's coming to pick water. So Rukmani didn't wait to see Radharani. She said, no, I want to become Rajagopi. I will do tapasya. I will do whatever it is. Then Krishna said, no, it's your wish, whatever you want to do. So she said, no, I want to become Rajvasi. So she started doing tapasya on the other side of the Yamuna. So the other side is generally Vrindavan. They come to pick water and all that. Wherever ISKCON temple is there. Even now that Lakshmi temple is there, where Lakshmi is still doing tapasya. We used to visit. So she's there. And then when she's doing the tapasya, then Narada Muni came and asked, hey, why are you doing tapasya, Mata? Lakshmi Devi, Mata, mother of the universe, material and spiritual universe. Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, why are you doing tapasya? No, I want to become, not Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi, okay. Then I want to enter into Vraja and become like a Vrajavasi. I want to become a Gopi. Then he said, no, tapasya, by tapasya you cannot attain Krishna. All the scriptures are saying, no, by tapasya you cannot attain Krishna. Yeah, Narada, I never thought about it. It is true. I have heard that with tapasya you cannot attain Krishna. What other upaya is there? Then he's telling four things are there. If you follow these 4 things, then you can immediately become a Gopi. And then you can dance with Krishna. You can hug him, dance with him. Krishna will expand himself. Each of the person can get each Krishna. Even as mother, individually each got Krishna. We saw that pastime, no? As mother or whatever friends, everybody in the cow stealing pastime and all. Everybody, so every devotee's desire, Krishna fulfills in full. You desire the Lord in whatever Baba is fulfilling. That is Krishna. So, okay, then tell me the 4 things. He said, okay, simple. But if you agree to the 4 things, then you will get. The first thing is, you should be born in the womb of a Gopika. Elderly Gopi, you should be born in the womb. You should stay 9 months and then you should be born like a yoni. Ordinary birth you should be taking. Then she said, oh my God, never. My husband is Mukunda. He gives mukti to everybody. I will enter a womb. I am a liberated soul. I will never enter a womb. Then he said, no, sorry. Then you cannot become a Vrajagopi. From a Gopika comes a Gopika. From a Gopi comes Gopika. Gopika is a little younger. Manjari is the smallest. So from a Gopi comes the Gopika. So you cannot become a Gopika if you are not born for a Gopi. Gopi's family member. No, you should be. Then she said, oh, okay. Okay, it's all right. I'll become. Okay, I'll take it up. And the second, he said that, okay, second thing, I think 3 things he said, not 4 things, 3 things you need to do. And the second thing you need to do is, you need to every day scrub the cow and clean the cow, and then you need to milk the cow, and mainly you should take the cow dung and make it into balls and put it on the wall and make it, which we will put in the fire, no, in the fire. So you need to make that. What do they call the cow dung patties? The cow dung patties, which will be used to burn fire. So you need to every day put like this and clean the cows and scrub it and do all this, clean the places and goshala. Then mainly this, she said, oh my God, no, in my entire body, the most valuable thing is my hand. I can never do this because my hand is the most valuable. I consider it as a paraphernalia because I'm massaging the lotus feet of Narayana, Vishnu, with this hand only. I'm maintaining it as soft as possible so that while massaging, he doesn't have any disturbance. Now my service for my husband is totally going. If my hand will become very rough if I use my hand for all these purposes. So I will not do it. Then Narada Muni says, okay, then there is no possibility you cannot become a Gopika. Then she said, oh my God, no, I want to become a Gopika. Okay, I agree for this also. And the third, then Narada Muni said, then very easy. You agreed for both. Only one last thing is that you agreed, and that's it. Then you will be a Gopika. Then she said, tell me. Then he said, okay, in that case, what you do is you take this thing. You have to do only one thing. You will be living with your husband. Then she said, yes, you're a chaste wife, nice wife. At that time, one young boy in the middle of the night, who's the Nanda Maharaj's putra, Nanda Sutta, young, handsome boy. He will play flute in the middle of the night in the forest. So what you need to do is, you need to abandon your husband, you abandon every family member, and without your knowledge, you need to run to the forest. So then Lakshmi Devi got very angry, irritated. What do you think? I am the most chastest lady. My only husband is Narayana. I cannot have, even for any purpose, even for a drama purpose, I cannot have any other husband. So I have to abandon Narayana in the middle of the night and run behind a boy? Impossible. And she started running, taking a stick in her hand. Narada is running and Lakshmi is chasing. Then Narada ran away. Then you cannot become a Gopi. And he ran away. And then Lakshmi decided, no, I'll do tapasya. Somehow or other, I'll get the mercy of the Lord in order to make me a Gopika. And she's still sitting there waiting. And there is a Lakshmi Devi temple on the other side of the Yamuna in Vrindavana. So from this, we understand that how this is also explained by, and Vaikuntha, you asked one more question. Vaikuntha to Goloka is explained. If you ask me in brief, go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's South India, in Madhya Leela, South India's tour, in which he reaches Sri Rangam. So there, Venkata Bhatta, the conversation between Venkata Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta Goswami's father, Venkata Bhatta and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is a conversation in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining how the Goloka Vrindavana is superior to Vaikuntha and how Vaikuntha Vasis will get attracted. So Krishna has 6 special qualities. The 6 special qualities is attractive even to the liberated souls. So liberated souls can be Sayuja Mukti, Salogya Mukti, Sarubhya Mukti, Vaikuntha Vasis, all are liberated souls. So Krishna's information, which is this Karana, through which the Krishna's pastime enters, the naturally attraction towards, I want that person, that attitude happens in a spirit soul in Vaikuntha, and then they will desire, and in that way, they will get mercy of any one Vrajavasi, and the Vrajavasi will guide them. There are many, many examples. Satyabhama, I can tell the example of Satyabhama also. Satyabhama, She was Jagadananda Pandit in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. All this you will understand only if you become devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You'll get a holistic idea. When you come down to up and if you're trying to know about Krishna, very difficult to know Krishna. But if you know Chaitanya Leela, you will know everything. This is the secret behind whatever Krishna consciousness I've learned from my Guru Maharaja. Is only this. From Guru Maharaj's mercy is only this. Accept Chaitanya, you know everything. For example, Jagadananda Pandit is Satyabhama. So Jagadananda Pandit is going to Gauranga Mahaprabhu and telling that, I want to go to Vrindavana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, no, your mood is totally different. Their mood is totally different. You cannot go to Vrindavana, stay in Puri and serve me. Then be here only. So Jagadananda Pandit is a very adamant devotee. He is Satyabhama only. He came in that form. Then at last one fine day, he became very angry. He didn't eat. He cried and there is a lot of drama. After that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, you want to go to Vrindavana, you can go. But one thing is, you have to stay in the shelter, always in the shelter of Rupa Sanatana. In this way, he allowed permission for him to go to enter into Vrindavana. So in Vrindavana, if you see, Braja Gopis, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami are Manjaris. So one has to take shelter of a Vrajavasi, like how Satyabhama took shelter, and he went and took shelter of Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. So in this way, they have to take shelter of Rajavasi in order to attain the supreme perfection of becoming devotee of Krishna. That means attaining a form which is possible to be served by Krishna. There are many, many examples also. Uddhava wanted to, see, he is in the Sakya Bhava, where? In Dwaraka. But he wanted to become Shanta Bhava in Vrindavana. From this we should understand. He is a everyday minister, every day. In the confidential palaces where queens are staying, nobody can enter, but Uddhava without permission can enter. Uddhava can simply enter, he can meet Krishna anytime, whatever Uddhava speaks, and they both are very close friends. Very close friends. He's in Sakya Bhava in Dwaraka. But after going to Vrindavana, he says that no, better to stay in Vrindavana in Shanta Bhava than to be in Sakya Bhava in Dwaraka. This is his desire. But you don't try to desire any of this. As Jiva, we should not desire any of this. We should simply know all these things. That's it. And we should only desire to be servant of Gaurahari. Gaurahari and Radha Krishna themselves, which actually means we are already living in Vrindavana. And they know how to take us inside and they know where to keep places. Guru and Gauranga knows how to place us there. But we should know everything. Knowing everything is different. Aspiring for something is different. Aspiring to be only Gaura Bhakta, you will get every perfection which is below. Because all the incarnations come out of Gauranga. Because Radha and Krishna nahi anya. So Krishna is there, all incarnations will come. And devotional service will be there because Radharani is there. A package is coming together as a single person. Why should you abandon? And Guru is there, Nityananda Prabhu. And of course, our Guru is there, external and internal Guru. So Gauranitai worship is the world's best worship. And that is why in world, every place, Jaya Satri Nandana will be sung. Hope, Prabhu, sorry, Prabhu, it was not brief. Thank you very much. Is that
No, Mathaji, thank you very much. Did not want to consume your time. That's why I told brief. Thank you for showing the easiest right way, the only one and only way. Hare Krishna.
Jai Guru.
Jai Ho Mathaji. Thank you, Mathaji. And I think it is time to take up Chaitanya Charitamrita in detail.
Yeah, Chaitanya Charitamrita is a nectar. Don't read it for your own relishment. Don't read it as an academical thing. Then still you won't understand because you'll be points and points and points. So then you won't catch.
Yes.
Read it out of love.
Yes.
Because Prabhupada disciples, when they have told the past time how Chaitanya Charitamrita came, only one volume, not one volume, 2-3 volumes together they came, and there is only one copy which came as a draft, and Prabhupada gave it to disciples, and each one will take turns. They will go inside room, they will read it, and everybody will, when they come out in the morning, their face will be so big and crying, they'll be like that. And when one person came out, one devotee came out of the room, then another disciple asked, next is my turn, yaar. Why? What happened to you? Why are you crying? He said, now next will be your turn. Now you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you will know. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is for us to relish. It is not some academic subject for us to take points. So just relish for yourself. You will understand everything. Gauranitai will reveal everything to you.
Thank you, Mathaji, for the enlightenment. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mathaji, pranam.
Hare Krishna, pranams Prabhu.
Mathaji, Radha Prana Kanhaiya Das.
Jai.
Mathaji, I have one doubt, Mathaji. You told before 6 types of muktis.
Yes.
But I know only 5 Mataji. Yeah, can you please tell which
I
are
think
the
5 types of mukti.
Five,
One is
five.
I think five.
okay.
Five. Yes, I think.
Okay.
Means I'll tell you. Sayujya is also not included in this. What 5
Yes,
muktis you are
Sayujya,
telling? Can you tell?
Sayujya, Samipya, Sarupya, Salokya, Sashti. This 5 types.
Yes, yes,
Five,
5
five,
types. 5
five,
types. Sorry,
five,
Prabhu.
five.
Sorry. Sorry, Prabhu. I got confused.
Okay, Mataji. I'm
One
sorry.
is Ayuja is ruled out, but rest 4 muktis are there. Yeah. Which will take to Vaikuntha.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam Mataji. Saundarya here.
Oh, Saundarya. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Very powerful class Mataji. Very nice.
Jai
Very
Gurudev.
nicely explained. Thank you to Manibhushan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Santha Mathaji. Thank you very much for attending today's class.
Thank you, Prabhu. That's why we could hear Mataji's very well versed and very nicely explained. We all enjoyed it very nicely. Each and
Yes,
every
Mataji,
moment
sure.
was just passing. We just was involved in that class, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams, Prabhu.
Surnita Das.
Jai Sugardhanitai, Prabhu. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, Haribol,
Jai.
Guruji. Thank you very much.
Saundaryavadini. Hari Bol.
It's nice, wonderful class, Mataji. It's energizing
We
and
are waiting.
sorry,
Surnita
Prabhu.
Prabhu, we are waiting for your class.
Oh, thank you so much. And I would like to say that Mataji is our first Siksha Guru, and we got connected to Krishna conscious from Mataji and her husband, and
Hare Krishna,
by
lot
their
of people.
blessings we are in Krishna conscious.
They were already devotees.
Thank you. And I remember, and I used to tell all our devotee friends that the first interactive courses conducted by you both, Mataji and Prabhuji, and later on we were able to carry on the program, and for the 6 to 7 years we conducted the program, running a center in Cochin wonderfully, nicely, all because of Mataji and Prabhu. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. Pranams, pranams.
Hare Krishna. Manibhushan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. We'll meet
Thank you,
soon.
Guruji. Thank you very much.
Yes, we will meet soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
I will contact you.
Gaurav Preman.
Hare Krishna, Manibhushan Prabhuji. There are some comments in the chat box. Savita Mataji has
Thank
written,
you.
wonderful. Mataji, Savita Mataji, can you read? You can say if you are not in duty place, otherwise we will read.
Hare Krishna Mathaji, Pranam Mathaji.
Pranams,
Yeah, please
Mataji.
read. Please read
Mathaji,
what you have
you are so
written.
wonderful, Mathaji. Actually, we need your association more often, Mathaji. That's why your energy and dedication. It's there is no words, Mathaji. We are so fortunate to have your association, Mathaji.
Yes. Thank you very much, Manibhushan Prabhu, for me to have association of such nice devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And there is a message from Vinodini Mataji. Vinodini Mataji, are you there? You can read your message.
Here, Mathaji, you have done very well, Mathaji. Really, it was so inspiring. And more often and often we want your association, Mathaji.
Hari Bol, I am very happy to have your association now. Let us see what Lord desires. Yes, we'll see. Lord Chaitanya has arranged this Zoom and everything for us so that we can just meet each other so nicely.
We want to hear more and more from you, Mathaji. Really, it was so super.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Actually-
All glories to Guru Maharaj. All glories to Gauranga.
Actually, Vinodini Mataji had asked about going from Vaikuntha to Golakvrindan. I had explained. Then when you touched the topic, I wanted to hear from you. That's why I asked the question. Okay. Yes. So Vinodini Mataji always says that all her doubts are getting cleared during the course of class itself. No need to ask questions further.
Yes, yes.
So Krishna understands devotee and he provides opportunity. See, that is proven now.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Pranams.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mathaji, for giving vote of thanks. I will call Savita Mathaji once again. Mathaji, you can do the vote of thanks for today.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for giving such an opportunity to. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
First of all, I am thankful to Manibhushan Krishna Prabhu so that he only arranged for us your association. So on behalf of all Kanyadas devotees, we are so fortunate to have your association, and we are thankful to you. So we are going to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times for your spiritual progress, Mataji.
Hare
For your
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama. Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama. Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna. Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much for all the devotees who have participated, and Adaji, we will look forward more and more